It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Yes, we are. We are talking success this Monday morning. Welcome, everyone. My name's Greg Halliday. If you're here for the first time, and so many of you who are not here for the first time, welcome to you. If you've chatted in already, if you haven't chatted in, that's what we do on Monday morning. So, if you're driving, I don't want you to get in a wreck or anything. So, just pull over. It's going to be worth, 20, 25 minutes. We're going to be a little shorter today, but we're going to chat in because we share a lot. So I'm gonna come over here to the chat board here. Oh, we got Minnie there. We got Kimberly Bourne. Oh, Kimberly, we got some rain going, huh? Rain. You know what? My wife Donna loves rain. There's never a bad rain with her. I'm kind of a snow person myself if it's not sunny, but Donna loves rain. So you got it going in California there. And we've got Lisa. We got Mardi Gras going down there. That's cool, Lisa. And Valerie, how you doing, Valerie? And Courtney and Dr. Hugh and oh, look at this. We got Jaliva here. We got Lydia. We got Eric Patterson. Oh, I met one of his good friends this last weekend traveling in Michigan. And I will tell you, I just love being around the Soul family. Such quality people. There's Debbie down in Texas. You got some rain down there in Texas too? Well, that's good. That's good, Debbie. All right, everybody. We're going to jump in and do some recognition right out of the gate. This is February. It's Connector Month, Soul Connect. And I got to tell you something. I got to not forget. In fact, I'll do this up front. I want to share a testimonial I heard this week that I did not expect from Soul Connect. Let's look at our slide here before we get some names up. I'm just going to so you can see the connectors. This is what we're all about, right? Soul's about connecting people to good things. And the February Can Be a Connector campaign is something extra special because everyone who helps a person place their first order with Soul gets a bottle of Soul Connect put in their cart free. And Soul Connect is a great product for this time of year. We talked about the wonderful immune benefits, but also it's the emotional benefits, and that is the testimonial I heard this week. I did not ask her for permission to share this, and since it has to do with her son, I'm not going to give names, but it is someone, a very capable individual. This past week, I was up in Michigan listening to her, and she told me about her son. Now, I can't quite remember as I think back. His story is about Soul Connect, the spray, and I think he's in early 20s. He might be a late teen, but in his late teens, he might be, but he's either that or early 20s. And he's been dealing with some really, really hard emotional issues and has tried a few products. And while he's gotten some result, it still feels like he's dealing with it. He grabbed Connect Spray. I'm not sure all the events that led to him using Connect Spray, but part of it had to do with what we're about this month, and got that spray. And within 1 week, he'd used the whole bottle, and his mom was like, what? She's like, hey, all he said to her, I need another bottle of that. And she's like, well, what about some of these other products? No, I just want another bottle of this. He had used the whole spray. He'd been spraying it. Now, this is something, so chat in here if you've done this. He was actually using the spray not just like on a surface or an ambient air. He was actually using the spray on his body. So obviously a fair amount to go through a whole bottle in a week. But he saw such a change every day. And by the end of the week, he's coming back to his mother saying, I need another bottle of that Connect. I feel so much better. Now, interesting. Okay, all right. Lydia says, I do that. Tell me more, Lydia. I got to tell you something. It's an area of Soul Connect. I knew, spraying it around and you kind of waft through it or you walk through it. I do that, okay? But he's actually spraying it on, so applying it to his skin. Okay, so Valerie teaches to use, this sounds like I'm the only one who doesn't know. You can spray Connect Spray. We got two people, Lydia and Valerie. Let's see, Debbie. Yeah, Debbie says her husband Jerry uses it daily the same way she does too. Anita, I use it daily on certain places on my body. You guys, I'm so glad that I got to hear this person share so that I could bring that up this morning, because so many of you already do it. Lydia says best perfume. Well, yeah, it's one of those perfumes. It's not messing with your hormones or anything else, right? It's just doing good. Those oils are amazing. Okay, Courtney says, me too. I feel it helps me with confidence and anxiety in stressful events. And I can't remember exactly the detail of this woman's son, but it was in the family of anxieties and more severe anxieties. And here he is finding an answer in 1 week. Because his mother's working with him, he's doing other things. Trust me, he is being presented all sorts of good nutritional options. And yet somehow this Connect spray was the gateway for him. So I love, Minnie says, I've applied it to my skin, anxiety. Kimberly Bourne, I spray it all the time. Chris Hendricks, a majority of my men. Ooh, Chris, a majority of my men clients use the Connect spray as mentioned. I use it in this way every day. So there's a takeaway, huh? I love all the sharing. Connect spray, it can be a game changer. Certainly a game changer this week up in Michigan. So now let's do some recognition. As you know, this is Be a Connector month in February, and we are going to do two things. We're going to recognize everybody just in these last 7 days who were connectors. And there are more that have done it in the first week, but this is week 2, and we're gonna give away at the end of this to this group this week. We're gonna give away a full 100 count Excel. Yes, I promise that. We're gonna give that away, and that's our drawing today. And then we're going to announce our drawing for next Monday, which is the final Monday Morning Talking Success of our month. I mean, we got a little bit more in the month after that too, but this is the last one that we'll have during February. We're going to do another amazing drawing. So let's recognize our connectors for a second. Let me grab my keyboard here. And it's Chris. There's Chris again, Valerie Bledsoe, Ruben Yoder, Allison Caldwell Andrews is on there. Oh, Dr. Caldwell, that's awesome. Chris Hedrick, Myrna Schmidt, Betty Runkle, I love seeing all these names here. Lydia Ferrantina, Lorraine Segura, Maria Soto, Anita Carpenter. I was up with Anita and her amazing team this past 4 or 5 days. And let me tell you, there's so much uplift there, so much great connecting going on. It felt really good to be part of that this week with you. So thank you for having me up there. Eduardo Lopez and Johnny Guerrero, two all-time connectors, and Debbie Crutchfield. Way to go, Debbie. Delmi Ruiz, Pedro Rivera Soto's a connector, Orlando Nunez, and Jose Papias, and Rigoberto Hernandez, Selena Montano, Genoveva Valencia, Osbeidi Figueroa, another group of connectors. And we're not done. We're still going this week. Jose Luis Avina, Olivia Dominguez, Eunice Quinones, Ana Cano, connector extraordinaire. There, Ana. Beatriz Flores, Angela Brucheski. Way to go, Angela. Amanda Rivera, Daniel Ruff. We got Daniel Ruff on the same line as Amanda Rivera. So both you guys, well done. Maria Ramirez, Eneida Feliz, Silvina Castaneda, Sandra Torres. Well done. Hey, that's just page 1, everybody. That is just page 1. Let's go to page 2. Gayane Stepanian and Rachel Obendorf, Francisca Chavez, Dioselina Manjarres, Abigail Frederick, well done connectors, Ana Sosa, Ana Costa, Esperanza Villalobos, Elisa Endrek, oh, I love Elisa, she's amazing, Yaritin Reynoso, Adiel Quintanal, and Florentina Sandoval, Jenny Marcano, way to go, Jenny. I think I saw Jenny. I was Jenny on here this morning. Maria Padilla, Miriam Alvarez, Lisa Kanapke. Lisa's also, I think, a connector extraordinaire. She's always reaching out to people. Olinda Bordom, Dalian Marina Garcia, Joanne Lehman. I got to see Joanne this week in Michigan, and can I tell you, she makes this homemade granola. she let me try last June when I was up there. And I happened to comment to her how much I enjoyed her homemade granola. I took some home with me. She gave it all nice and wrapped, and I'd have it in the mornings. And it's that kind of granola that doesn't sit heavy because she makes it with such good ingredients. So I commented this week, the last day of my trip in Michigan, I get this huge gallon Ziploc stuffed full of her granola that I stuck in my suitcase, and I brought it home. Joanne, you're sweet. And by the way, she knows so many good things about natural health. She's super knowledgeable and helping lots of people. And thank you for the granola, by the way. And David Schlabach, got to meet David. That was lots of fun. And Maria Bisiacci, way to go, Maria. Luisa Fiaris. Luisa's always out there connecting. And Dr. Basheen Baker, was great seeing Dr. Baker this week. What an amazing person. And Abilene Paz and Teresa Gregoric. Well done, Teresa. Carmen Ortega and Sagrario Pyle. And Lydia Rutov. Well done, Lydia. Lydia's doing tons of connecting. And she knows her stuff, by the way. Just from what little Lydia's it's just been just a few short months since she's joined the Soul family. But I can tell in what little interaction I've had so far, she really knows her stuff. She's been helping people for a long time, and I'm glad to have her part of the Soul family. And Dominika Ivanov, same thing for Dominika. I haven't met her yet, but I know she's a friend of Lydia's. And isn't that the way it works? When we connect, we bring our friends along, don't we? And Temna Sturdivant, also just one of the kindest, nicest people. I've just met with her one time in a meeting, and I just thought, okay, I know why people are drawn to Temna. Just the way she treats you when you're talking with her. And Jorge Luna Alvarado and Luz Aquino. Oh my gosh, you're going to hear more about Luz because been watching her this month. She's already well up in the power prime levels, connecting people. She's in those first 4 months. Boy, she's going to have herself such a fun prime bonus and lots of people. And you know what she's doing? I was talking with B about it a little bit this morning. She's helping people, starting them out right out of the gate with those 4 signature drinks. I heard this from Anita more than once in Michigan. When we can get people to use the 4 signature drinks, their results go way up. End of story. That's why we did what we did and why we do what we do at Soul in working so hard over time to develop this line is to hopefully provide an amazing balance that lets the body go places that maybe it has not been able to, both physically and emotionally, because of that balance of dense nutrition that comes into their life. So, don't you just love how long? A couple of people have said, I love how long the list is. Valerie said that. I love it too. I just love to, because we all know what the list means. So there we go, Luz de Aquino. And there's our last one this week, Clarissa Philhart. So connectors, so impressed with what you're doing this week. We're going to do one more week of this connect. Well, we're really going to do 2 more weeks, where we're going to have some extra fun benefits. February is Be a Connector month. And I promise you we're going to give away this, Soul Excel, and then we're going to go give away for next week something more, even more, and I'm going to tell you about it in a second. But first, let's do our drawing, okay? Because we've got all our connectors here this week. You saw all their names. Now, what I had B do, B prepared a list, and a lot of these connectors brought multiple people in. So they get a ticket in the drawing for each person they brought in this past week. So you've got a few in there they would have quite a few tickets in there. I love that. And so we're going to give them a 100 count. We're going to ship this out to them. 100 count Soul Excel. And I was going to share a fun fact with you in here, okay? What's a fun fact about Soul Excel? Well, I got 2 things for you. One is a lot of people will feel an added energy, not because part of it is the hormone balancing part of the Soul Excel formula with 3 kinds of maca that grow just under the glacial ice cap up there, down there, I guess, in Peru, but up there because the elevation is so high, and it's just full of nutrition and a special group of compounds only found in maca that strengthen the master glands in the body That's part of the reason there's this energy. And also, we combine those macas with a fruit from Brazil called cupuaçu, which is this beautiful brown fruit, and inside it's this white, and one of its nicknames, or its, I guess its taglines in Brazil, is a pharmacy in a fruit. A pharmacy in a fruit. It's just so full of active biological compounds that lift the body. And those are a couple of secrets from, in terms of the formula with Sol Excel. Now, the other little fun fact I want to share about this is that recently I talked to someone involved in Sol who's in his early, I want to say he's around 30. He might be early 30s, 31, 32. And he was sharing the Sol signature drinks with a bunch of his friends of that age. So we're talking in their 20s and into their early 30s. Which of the 4 Sol signature drinks do you think, far and away, they enjoyed drinking the most for its flavor? Would you be surprised to know it's Sol Excel? Sol Excel. And Sol Excel, it's got pineapple in it. It has guanabana in it and soursop. These are a couple of the fruits that are in it. It really does taste good. But yes, that was of all the signature drinks, the choice of the younger generation. Sol Excel, they just loved it. And of course, then when they learned what's in it, what a great addition to their health. That whole maca blend, which is half the formula, then the other half is the Sol Clear blend, which helps remove all those things that block energy, that block flow in the body. Clearer blood, better oxygenation, clearer lungs. It has phenylmolan and fenugreek for the lungs, and it has butcher's broom and quercetin and celery seed and bilberry and eyebright for the blood. It is such a great restorative of energy by removing blockages, clarifying things, and aligning hormones. Such an interesting formula. And you know something? Tastes quite amazing. So a couple of fun facts about Sol Excel. Bring those to the front of your mind as you're connecting with others. Lots of people need it. Pretty much everybody needs what Sol Excel brings. So, all right, so let's give this away, all right? So here's how we're going to do this. We want you to be on Monday morning, because this is now the first week we gave 10 extra rewards to all our connectors, regardless of whether they're here. But these next 2, this week and next week, you got to be on to win, okay? So this might take us a bit because we have so many people who maybe they're going to watch the recording. And to you, I do apologize. But some of this fun is live fun. And so here we go. This is what we're going to do. I'm looking on here and I'm thinking, okay, we got Debbie. Debbie, I just saw you chatting in a couple of times. So Debbie Cockburn, Debbie is a Sol Elite and a longtime good friend. What a wonderful person, Debbie. Debbie's, I think, was born to connect with people. All right, Debbie, here's what you got to do. I've got my list of all the connectors, and the list is 116 long. Okay, so I need you, Debbie, to give me a number. Chat in a number between 1 and 116, including the number 1 or the number 116. Okay, chat in any number. Chat in that number. Okay, Debbie? So pick a number, a random number. You pick it up. Debbie Crutchfield, you're right. All Debbies are wonderful. That's right, Debbie Crutchfield. Okay, come on. Let's go, Debbie. Let's go, Deb. Chat me in a number, just a random number. Oh, she did it. There it is. The number's 57. Okay, hang on a second. Let me get the readers on. I think I've told you my reader story. I bought these 20 years ago, and because of this product, just barely started using them this year. I got another 20 years. Okay, all right. So 57. So I'm going to go to number 57, and that is Chris DeVilliers. Chris, are you on? I will tell you, Chris had several tickets in here. Chris, you got to chat in. If you're on, you get this bag. And I know you'll put it to good use. You help lots and lots of people. Where's Chris? Where's Chris? Chat in, Chris. If you're on, you got to be here. We're going to give Chris a little bit more time. If she's not in, we're going to ask Debbie for another number. All right. Okay. Chris DeVilliers. Chris DeVilliers. Let's give her, I'm going to give her 5 more seconds. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Oh, Chris, well, I think you'll survive. All right, Debbie, give us another number. Give us another number, Deb. Another random number. Anywhere in the mix there between 1 and 116. Okay, 100 is the next number. All right, Debbie's giving us another number, and that is, who's number 100? Oh, Osbeidi Figueroa. Is Osbeidi on? I've seen Osbeidi on before. Osbeidi Figueroa, are you on? Osbeidi. Where is Osbeidi? I have not yet seen her on this morning. Have not seen her. Okay, Osbeidi. Osbeidi, this is awesome because, we're going to do this next week. I'll give you a clue. Next week, we're going to do even more, but you got to be on. All right, I don't see Osbeidi either. All right, Deb, you got to give us another number, Deb. This is fun. Okay, give us another number, Deb. Yeah, the connectors are busy connecting. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's okay. We're still doing lots of other good things for them with the connecting. Okay, the next number is 78. 78. Okay, who is 78? Oh, that's Luz de Aquino. Luz. Boy, and I will tell you, Luz had the biggest odds. You want me to tell you how many tickets Luz had in this drawing today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Luz connected with 17 people. Alas, something tells me she is not on this morning. But I guess what? We got some major awards going Luz's way with her double prime. And so, B says 25. Okay, all right. We got major awards going her way with double prime. So trust me, Luz is going to be really happy with her month. However, she's not going to get the Soul Excel. So now give us another number, Deb. Let's see what we're going to get to somebody who's on here this morning. We got a good group on here. What's our next number, Deb? Give me another one. Give me another number. Okay, we got 30. Let's see who 30 is. 30 is Eliza Endrick. I don't know if Eliza gets on either. That's okay. Yeah. Terry Sanders says Luz should win the bag just for that. Well, trust me, we got Luz covered with her double prime. Wait till you hear how big that's going to be. She's going to be super happy. All right, I don't think that Eliza's on either, Deb. So, all right, now we got 40. Let's go to number 40, and it is Francisca Chavez. Francisca Chavez. I'm not sure if Francisca's on. I might have to think, we might have to go with we make it easy on Monday morning because usually we have everybody chat in and we just draw from the chatters. So we know you're on. And this is probably why. Yes, okay, keep going, Deb. Give me numbers. Keep feeding me numbers. We're going to get somebody that's on. Feed me numbers. All right, Deb. Courtney goes, just pick me. Okay, we got 92. We got 92, and it's Miriam Alvarez. Is Miriam on? Miriam, are you on? Miriam Alvarez. Deb, you better give me another number, and I'll just keep going because I'm going to give them time. I'm going to give them a few minutes, but then you keep giving me numbers. Okay, Miriam's not on either, I don't think. Now we got number 15, and that's Carmen Ortega. I have not seen a Carmen on yet. Okay, Carmen Ortega. Yeah, in fairness, I think some of them don't speak English. So that would be a factor in them not being on Monday morning. Okay, 66. All right, 66. That's our next one. That's back in Luz de Aquino's group of tickets. So different one, Deb. Give me another one. 99. And that's Olivia Dominguez. Is Olivia on? Okay, Olivia, I'm going to give her a minute before we go to our next one. Deb, it only goes to 116. Only goes to number 116. Okay, so I don't think Olivia's on. All right, Deb. Yeah. Deb, give me another number. Give me a couple. Oh, she's giving me the final number, Yaditin Reynoso. Yaditin Reynoso. Yeah, this good thing these aren't lifeline calls. Nobody's home. Okay, Deb, give me another one. I don't think Yaditin's on. Yaditin Reynoso. Okay, we got 12 here. Oh, would you look at that? I know this person's on because they've chatted. This is the first person who's been on, and that is Anita Carpenter. Anita's on there at number 12. Guess what, Anita? Debbie just got you this big old 100 count, and I know Anita's going to put these to good use. So there you go, Anita. You won the, and because you're a connector, but also you were here too. All right, so next week we may have to figure out a way to make sure we can verify. So the drawing happens that we may have people be on the list, but also chat in so we can get that a little faster. All right, now I told you we'd be a little shorter today, but before we go, I got some stuff. Okay, what are we going to do next week? Well, we are going to give everybody the whole scoop because it's Be a Connector Month and it's the final MMTS. So we're going to give you the whole scoop next week. What do we mean by that? Well, all of those who are connectors this week, be a connector this week because we're going to give away Soul Complete. We're going to give away both flavors of Soul Complete because when you connect with somebody with soul, you complete them. All right, so we're going to do that. And we're also going to give away next week Soul Royal because when you connect Soul Naturals to someone else, you're giving them the royal treatment. All right, we're going to do that. And also, we're going to give away Soul Infatuate next week because when you connect people with soul, they will become infatuated with how they feel and with the soul community that they now have in their life. And then finally, next week, we're going to give away good vibrations because that's what you're doing when you connect with people. You're sending out all sorts of good vibrations, yes, out into the world and especially into their life and yours. So as you can tell, we got good vibrations, we got the Infatuate, we got the Royal, and we got the Soul Complete, and the other flavor of Soul Complete. We are going to give you the whole scoop next week, all right? So spread the word out to all your connector friends. You want to be on. We want to give it to you. Now, we're not going to give all of this to one person. We're going to draw for each of them, okay? So there'll be, what is that, five people that'll win? So be a connector next week, everybody. Send out the good vibrations. Get them infatuated. Give someone the royal treatment. Tell someone that soul completes them, okay? And we'll have a lot of fun this week. All right, y'all. Now, before we go, I'd like to just do one quick thing in terms of our training for this morning. The training is going to be who, what, when, where, and why. Okay, that's what we're going to do for our training. Who, what, when, where, and why. And we do need you to chat. So all of you active chatters, please keep up the active chatter because I need you for this segment of training. You're the guests. And we're going to hear from each other. I got to put my glasses back on because I got my notes here on a little sticky. So here is the first comment. The first question. The first question is where? I want you to think of a recent connection, someone you've recently connected to soul. Might be this week, could be a little bit before this week, just a recent connection to soul. Where did it happen? Chat in, everybody. Just chat in a couple words. Where? Where did you connect? Where did it happen? Where did that connection occur? Okay? So, chat them in. Let's look at them so that people can look this. Can I tell you something? We generally have more people watch the recording than watch live. So this does get around to people and it makes a difference. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to read them. Where did people connect? In Neosho, Missouri, in my office, TikTok, at a friend's house, on the phone, at a hair salon, on Facebook, at Walmart. Tammy Peterson says, Tammy, at where? Online, Dr. Hugh Jenkins. Minnie, my family, okay. A family Friday morning breakfast. That was Anita. While volunteering at a book fair in Miami, that's Magdiel. At home. Oh, I love that one too. Not always easy at home, huh? Sometimes. On the phone. At a BNI meeting, Valerie. At a nail salon, Minnie. In a parking lot. Oh, there you go, Tammy. In a parking lot. I love those, I actually love it when people say hi to me. I am. It doesn't bug me in a parking lot. Okay. Let's see. Where we got? Where are we at? Let's see. Friends on the phone, coffee shop. Okay. Good one, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Next question is who? Some of you already answered this. Who connected with you? Who did you connect with? Was it a family? Was it a friend? Was it a stranger? Was it an associate through a group that you belong to, or your church, or what was it? Who was the who? So just chat in real quickly. Who was it? Okay, friend. Anything to help us see. Okay, my friend's husband, the sweet shop owner. Oh, I like that, Rebecca. Because you're going to the sweet shop. Yeah, and Haley. Okay, a friend, a stranger at Walmart. Debbie, okay, yes, past client, okay, all right, somebody who you reconnected with, a barber, a stranger who was worried about her baby, okay, I like these, okay, any more of you, if you want to chat in the who was it that you connected with? Just curious, I get curious, so how many of them are friends and family, people that you already know, and how many are people you don't yet know, Let's see, my sister, a new person from another congregation, so from a church congregation, three people. Okay. A friend, a stranger in my family. Okay. A friend worried about her daughter, a niece, a referral. Okay. Someone. So that we got two answers. Yeah. It happened because of a referral. Nail salon girl was worried about her nephew. These are great, you guys. All right. Now let's go to what. What was the topic? You connected. What was the topic? You can say it in a word or two. What was the connection? Okay. So I'm not necessarily saying what it got to, because it got to soul, or soul was mentioned at some point. I could see. But what was the topic of the connection? Can you think back to that recent connection? Now, some of you already answered that. I got a few of you, it looks like several, they were worried about somebody. So interesting, it wasn't themselves. It was somebody else they were worried about. Somebody else they were concerned with, and you jumped in. You jumped in for them. Let's see. One person had an upcoming surgery that they were concerned with. The topic was a good tasting collagen. I got collagens, but they don't taste good. The topic was the foundational drinks of soul. Another one was baby had some health issues, liver enzyme problems. Immobility was the what. Her daughter's mental health was the what of the conversation. This conversation, Rebecca's, was having to add value to clients by collaborating with Soul. And so the conversation was filling in holes in people's programs. I love that. The what was general health. The conversation was just family. The conversation was from Debbie was what I do for a living that allowed me to be out leisurely talking to strangers in Walmart in the middle of the day. I added that part. She just said leisurely shopping. Somebody else's what was hormone imbalance. Anxiety. Chris Hedrick was being heard in anxiety. Let's see. This person, Minnie, she wanted to know what I was drinking. Yeah, I love that one, Minnie. She saw you drinking that weird colored drink and like, what the heck is that? Okay. I love asking about the what, because I learned so much from it. We do as a company, we do as individuals. What is it that people want to talk about? And why is it important? So we've chatted in where it happened, who, we chatted in what. Okay. Now here's the next one. Chat this one in. Why did it happen? Why did your connection happen? Why do you think it happened? Because you've already told us where it happened. Well, why? Why did that happen in your mind? What's your view? Okay. All right. So think about this. Can you chat that in? Why did you think it happened? In just a few words. Why did I end up connecting with somebody? That's not an easy one, is it? I'm going to wait for it because you got to write a little bit more on here. All right. Debbie Crutchfield says, because I could help. It happened because Debbie knew she could help, so it happened. Let's see. Cindy, they wanted to know more about products. Dr. Hugh, I was on a podcast. They heard me. I was actually putting out information because of being constant and showing up daily on that platform. Yeah, Lydia on social media, being there, being present. People know where to find her. Rebecca said, just connecting with people we come across and showing genuine interest. That's why it happened, because she's decided. Rebecca's already decided. That's who I want to be. That's who I am. My friends saw that my husband's okay. Mary says, my friend's husband saw the improvement in my own health. So we asked about it. Why did it happen? Magdiel said she was complaining about health problems. Tammy said she'd been watching me talk about mental health, and she had remembered an earlier talk of Tammy's about mental health. Debbie's connection in, I think it was Walmart, Debbie. I smiled at the lady and commented on her cute sweater. Okay, yeah, I love that. Geneva, I saw the person posted something about health, and they were in the gym. So I wanted to share the benefits of Soul. Soul's foundational drinks is a great start. Let's see. Because I believe this is Cowgirls, and I believe in Soul Naturals, and my mentor, Debbie Crutch, was so naturally sharing it with others. That's why she did it, because she's seen someone else do it. She sees her mentor doing it, and she believes in that. Oh, I love that why. Minnie said, my conviction of wellness, that's why I do it. That's why this one happened. Chris, this person she was talking with was tired of not having success in the medical route, so that led her to talk. Courtney says, just small talk. This one happened just because of small talk, and it led to wellness questions. And then Valerie, this happened because she still trusted me from the past. It had been a while, and there was this trust there, and that's why this connection happened again. Those are fantastic, you all. Thank you for sharing why you feel it happened. Now, final question: who, what, when, where, and why that we're doing today. The when. When, but this is a different question. Not when did it happen. Ooh, that's a good question too, though. Oh my gosh, I'm torn here. I think a lot of you already answered the when, that when. This is a different when that I'd like to ask. When is the follow-up planned, or when did it happen? So if you had a second connection, after that connect with them, that second time, when was that? Was it, say, later the same day? Was it the next day? Or is it planned? Are you going to meet with them next week, or talk with them, or reach out? Or how was that left? That's my last question for this morning. And we're going to end our Monday morning with that. When is my next follow-up with them? Of course, that is the key. People know we're for real, and you're for real. When you kind of put your arm out, and they know they can take your arm, and you're going to walk with them a bit, or as much as they need. So let's see what we got here. Cindy said the next day. Tammy Peterson said same day. She picked up a bottle of Adaptable the same day. Debbie Crutchfield said today is the next when. She's here right now. I love that, Debbie. Courtney Brown says her next hair appointment. Good. You've already got something in place. You know when you're going to talk again. Okay. Lydia says same day, about an hour later. She shared a health video. Okay. So the connection happened. She shared a health video, and then later that same day. Marty says that same day, he asked to come in and talk with her for a consult. This is, Hugh says, I talk with him regularly. Magdiel says ASAP will be the next. So that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, some of them are brand new connections. The follow-up is still coming. Valerie said the follow-up was the same day. We'll talk tomorrow. I noticed a lot of these are same day or tomorrow, the next day that I'm seeing on here. And Chris said this person had been following on social media for a while, and the follow-up was 1 week later. Okay, so sometimes it's a week. It is what it is in the situation. It's not going to be the same, is it? But a lot of people say same day I send her information. Okay. Well, these are wonderful. I hope these are useful for those who may be plugging into Monday morning for the first time. I love seeing all this. I learn from it every time. We sure appreciate everything you do. I've been really enjoying Be a Connector this month. Remember that we're going to continue to put that free Connect spray bottle in your cart. Once you've done more than one, you just get one during the month of February. But keep the word going out there that all of those who have their first connection, that first enrollment in February, we're going to put a bottle of Connect in their cart. Love to just give away tons of bottles of those this month of February. It's needed. This month's a good month to do that. And remember, next week you're going to get the whole scoop, everybody, the whole scoop. So spread the word, have everybody get on, and we're going to do some more wonderful sharing on Monday morning, Talking Success. We'll see you, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.